Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to talk about how to optimize your storefront. So Shaked and Asaf, they're going to show us these cool new features and best practices of how to build trust online. Thank you so much for submitting your websites for review. It was so hard for us to pick a few, but we managed to do it and we're going to review it live. So thank you so much. So let's start. Asaf.
Thanks, Ariel, and hi everyone. My name is Asaf. I'm the head of marketing for Wix Stores. But here's the reason why we're all here today is how to optimize your storefront. A few words about Wix Stores. So we are powered by insights from more than 1 million merchants worldwide, and we pay close attention to what you guys are saying, whether it's on user calls or on support calls or on other reviews and feedbacks we get from the App Store or elsewhere. And we try to put the most of it into production, providing you with excellent new features to help you grow. Using your input and insights, we've done a complete product overhaul during 2019 with major features that some of you are already using, and some are coming really soon. And of course, it's mandatory these days to say something about the coronavirus. Obviously, this has taken everyone by storm and has really transformed the world of commerce. We see super fast growth where retail stores are now going all in on e-commerce. So it's great to see that things that we've been preaching and talking about for many years now are now happening in fast forward. We hope that the tips and the optimization to your storefront that we'll discuss today can help you provide a better shopping experience and convert more into sales because nothing feels better than selling the stuff that you work so hard to produce, import, and ship, and provide that consumer experience for the people who bought it. So that's a little bit about Wix Stores. Let's go to the itinerary. We'll discuss three things. The first is how to build trust to sell more. Shaked has some excellent insights and takeaways for you guys to take home and implement. Then she'll present you with some new features. All of them focus on the storefront and the shopper's experience on your online store. And lastly, we'll do the fun part, which will review some live stores that we took a lot of time, but selected a few interesting cases. And we hope to show you more than just tips on what to do here or which hacks would be appropriate there. We want to show you our approach to selling online, and hopefully that's something you can take with you and then optimize your storefront when you work on it in the following days. So without further ado, please welcome Shaked, product manager for Wix Stores.
Hey, thank you very much, Asaf. I am Shaked, the product manager at Wix Stores. I would like to share with you some tricks and good practices for your stores to build trust and ultimately help you sell more in your stores. So let's start. So remember when back in the day, we used to go to traditional shops, brick and mortar, and we used to go in, check out some products. We usually knew the brand that we are looking at. There was a salesperson that we could talk with and consult about what product should we take and what fits us best. It's a place where if something went wrong with the product, we could have go back and return it or ask for a replacement. Also, we could have touched and feel the product, unlike what we can do today. And we could receive all the information we needed about what we are going to purchase. We could have tested it, we could have tried it on, we could have feel it, and this is a huge advantage for the traditional shopping. In online shopping, there are a lot of advantages, but we need to somehow take all of these traditional aspects of a brick and mortar shop and put them into actions on our online shop. Using these aspects, we can build trust and help our buyers make good decisions and buy our products. So trust can ultimately determine the success of your online business. So it's very important for you to find a way to bring all the good things about your business and convince them to buy your product. So how are you going to build trust? So first of all, think about when you go to a shop, you want to look at a fancy shop, something beautiful, something that will catch your eye. And you don't want to have a messy shop. You won't make it dirty or do something that discourage buyers from buying from your shop. So the same goes for an online shop. For an online shop, you need to make sure that you catch the shopper's attention. And the visual aspect is very important when you buy online. So make sure your site is presentable. It will present your brand, your name. It will mean everything for customers coming into your store. So focus on store design. We at Wix have so many beautiful templates that have been tested, and we gave you an easy start to start your business and make it visually beautiful and not overloaded. Another very important thing that you need to concentrate when building your website is concentrating on the information and the details of every page on your store. But most specifically, as you can see here in the example, you need to make sure that your product page has all the information needed for the customer to make a good decision. So when you go to a product page, you ultimately want a lot of product images. You want to see it from all angles, make sure that it can fit you as much as you can. You need to make sure that it's scalable. So because you're not able to feel the product, to see it in real life, you need to make sure that there is something next to it that allow the customer to know what they are buying. I've seen a funny image online where someone bought a carpet from Amazon. It was a carpet for your mouse for your computer mouse. So this is very disappointing. You don't want to disappoint your customers. They will not come back. Another great thing you should take into account is the quality of your images. We have supplied it with Wix Photo Studio, where you can adjust your images to be as sharp and as beautiful, add all the enhancements, and make sure that your customers see your product in how they look like in real life. Also, lifestyle images are very important for the decision making of the buyer. He wants to know that he can relate to the product, that he can imagine himself doing sports in these shorts, or using this yoga mat, or anything that will make him feel connected to your product will make him ultimately buy it. Another very important thing that we usually neglect, but we need to make sure that we have it, is we need to have all the relevant details for the product. So ask yourself, what do you want to know as a customer about this product? You need to know what materials it's made of, and what's the design, what's inside and outside the product, and everything that you think is relevant to complete a purchase. Another very important page is the About Us page. This is where your customers connect to you specifically. So tell your story, tell your business story, showcase your personality, and avoid generic content. So the people who are coming into your website want to get to know you and your products. And if there is something special about it or about you making them, make sure they know about it. Be visual. Post all the images that you can show of you working on your product if you're doing it manually, or if you letting someone in third world countries work on it. So display it on your About Us page. The contact information page. In this page, you need to make it as easy as possible for your customers to find you, to find your brick and mortar shop if you have one, or contact you in any way possible. So include your phone number, email address, physical address, or a short contact form where they can contact you. Use your name. I've seen a few sites not telling customers who they are buying from. You want to know if there is a phone number, who they're calling. Are they calling support? So tell it support. Or are they calling you specifically? Tell, hey, I'm calling Nick. And then they'll feel more connected to you. Also consider adding a chat. A live chat on your website will allow customers to send you questions as they come, like being on the product page and wanting to know something that is missing. This will also allow you to know what they want to know, and then it will help you to enhance the experience on your website when filling these details. Another very important thing is to link to your social media pages. I know today it's obvious, but make sure that you have all your links connected to your site. And lastly, if you have images of your store or your products, make sure to display them here as well. Another great page that you should use is a frequently asked question page. You need to make it as clear as possible. Users have a lot of questions when they come to a new store they haven't seen before. They want to know what is going on with the shipping, or where are you shipping to? You don't want them to add products to cart, go to the checkout, and then discover that you are not shipping to this region. This is very frustrating to a customer. Think about yourself. So write simple answers, be as upfront as possible, and let them know about all the information they need to know before making the choice to buy from you. And lastly, this is one of the most important things that will make customers buy from you. Customers attract more customers. This is the law. If someone else sees someone using your product, they will want to buy it. So make sure you contact your buyers, ask them to send you a video or an email or a photo of them using your product. This will make them know that this is a credible business that they can buy from and actually receive the product. So show your social media feeds. People would like to follow you. This will have both your business and your social media. So make sure you have it. And lastly, testimonials and review. Don't fake reviews. Your customers can read through it. They don't want to see fake reviews and they will know something is wrong. It will actually lead them straight out of your store instead of making them buy products. So that's it about trust. I want to present to you some features my team and I have been working on for the past few months. We are very excited about them, and we hope you find great value in them. I will also share some tricks and tips for you to use them wisely and make sure this product actually fits your needs. So let's start with the one and only Wishlist. Wishlist, as you might know, is a heart button in your product page where you can click on it and add it to a list where you can later visit and add your product to cart and buy it. Almost 80%, or I think above than 80% of all stores out there have some kind of save product mechanism. This is widely used by customers everywhere. You must have used it yourself. So add Wishlist to your site. This will increase the loyalty of your customers. They will come back, they will check the product, and most importantly, we made sure that your customers will have an add to cart button in the gallery, as you can see here at the bottom, so they can complete the purchase and not just save it for later. So how do you add Wishlist? Go to our product page, your product page, and there you have a new Wishlist tab, as you can see over here. Click on it and just click Wishlist page. Once you click it, the heart button will be added to your page. Of course, you'll be able to customize it to match your storefront. And also another page will be added to your members area, a wishlist page, as you can see here at the bottom. So a cool trick that I would like to show you. Today, when you add the wishlist, you'll have the wishlist page inside the members area dropdown, as you know. And if you want to make it more accessible for your users, you can just add an icon to the header of your site. As you can see here in the example, I've added an icon of a heart, very similar to my specific site. And I connected this icon to a link that connects to my wishlist. So once a user adds a product to his wishlist, he will be able to go straight to the header and click on it. Another great feature that is widely spread and everybody uses it.
One second, Shaked. I see a lot of users are excited about Wishlist and they're asking if it's already live.
Yes, it's already live to all our users.
Great. So where can they find it?
Go to the product page, as you can see here. You go to your product page settings, and then you have inside your settings a wishlist tab.
Perfect. Thank you.
Welcome. So next, the add to cart button from your gallery. This product is excellent for stores who are selling groceries or art supplies, anything that can be added straight from your gallery. It easily adds product to your galleries and straight from your shop page. and it will ultimately increase the number of products your buyers will add to their cart. So use it for your store. You can add as well a quantity component to it if you want to. If your buyers are able to buy more than one product of this type. And I know that a lot of users are using it right now, so use it wisely. Next, so how do you edit? Open your gallery settings, go to the settings tab inside your shop settings, as you can see here. And then you have a new section called an add to cart button. You can click to show the button. You can choose whether you want to have it on hover or not on hover. And there is another component, as you can see here, which allows you to choose what happens once a customer clicks on the add to cart button. This feature, by the way, is added to all our buttons. So you can also change the behavior of what happens in your product page add to cart button. So make sure you check this one as well. You can also, of course, change the button text and add, show, or hide the quantity component. One of the best practices to use the add to cart button from gallery is have a sticky header. As you can see here, this is sticky header on mobile. And I've added the cart to be rolling down with me as I scroll through the page. And I change my settings to stay in shop page. And what will happen is once a customer clicks on add to cart, he will stay on the same place where he just clicked the add to cart. And then you'll see a V indication telling him that the product was added, and you will see the indication as well in the shopping cart. So you can use it all in mobile and in desktop. I've seen it working very well on both of them. So try it out. And lastly, one of my favorite products, the buy now button. So the buy now button lets your customers skip the cart and go straight to checkout. This is a very, very good practice for returning customers and members who already trust your store. They don't want to go through the cart page. They know what they are going to buy. They want to buy this specific product, and they just want to head straight to checkout. So you just click on the buy now and go there. I would recommend to add it to stores with either a single product or for stores that have usually one product ordered from their stores. This is most oftenly can be found in electric shops. Let's say you want to buy a computer, you don't need so much accessories. You just want to buy this computer. And how do you edit? So you need to go to your product page settings and then click on settings and then just enable the buy now button. That's it, as easy as that. I would like to stress out that you can have only the buy now button if you'd like. You can disable the add to cart button and allow only the buy button, and then your customers will be able always to jump to the checkout. Okay, so that's it from me. Asaf, would you like to join?
Thank you,
Sure.
Shaked.
Thanks, Shaked.
Before Asaf starts, can I ask you another question? Oh, sorry. Can I ask you another question from the audience? Someone was asking if the wish list requires using the members area.
Yes, the wish list requires to use the members area because the customers need to go back to a page, which first of all is inside the members area, but it also it needs to save this product somewhere. So this is where it sits.
Perfect. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, so thanks, Shaked, for running through how to build the trust and the new features. Some of them will definitely help shoppers feel that this is where they want to make their purchases online, and obviously help merchants engage them in the various ways. And now let's go to our selection of sites. Again, for each site or each online store, you can definitely take a few approaches on how to optimize it. We'll show you our way of thinking, and let's jump into it. It's a very diverse group of stores, both in terms of what they're selling and obviously in what we would do differently. Cool. So let's start with the Cardamom Man. Right off, please scroll down a little bit. So
Yeah.
at least when I saw this online store, I felt this is beautifully designed, very minimalist and respectful. I like the images. It's very clear to me what I'm getting here. However, there's not a lot of content throughout the homepage. And when I click on shop, this is where I expect to see the products. And obviously, the products are here, which is good, but there aren't too many of them. There are 4. So as someone here who loves cookies and loves elaborate tweets, I'm naturally, I like this site, but I would like to learn a little bit more. So for example, when I click on each one of those pages here, I see excellent images. We all know what a cookie looks like, and this looks like a great cookie. A couple of angles, which is good. I have the price, I have the product information, but I do think that some of the things that I would expect in a website that sells a limited amount of products is to show me why they're the expert in this field. So in terms of food and beverages, a great way to do it is by adding recipes to your blog or elsewhere in your store. And recipes are a way to tell a story. Why are you into making these great looking cookies? What do you expect people to experience from ordering and eating them? And how do you engage them? So those are the things that as a marketer I would expect, and I think can help you promote your store, especially with the limited amount of products. Shaked, any other insights here? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would add, specifically here in the product page, I'm a cookie person all the way. And I would like to know what packaging is going to arrive in. So if you have an image of the packaging of the box that this product is going to come in, it will make me maybe consider sending them as a gift. Most buyers would really like, mostly these days, find cool new things to send to their friends. And I know that having a great presentation of cookies will make my friends happy to know to receive these products. So if you have a packaging, showcase them. Another thing I've noticed is that you don't have any social proof, let's say. I would like to see people eating your cookies or taking your cookies or accepting your cookies. Everything that will show me that someone actually ate it. And another thing, who is the person behind this product? So I've read the About Us, but you're baking, and the most exciting images are of baking. Everybody does it these days. So add some images of you in the kitchen making this beautiful and delicious, I probably think, cookies. That's my 2 cents. Okay,
cool. Yeah, I think that's a great input, and hopefully we'll see some of those changes as we'll revisit these stores in the coming days. Let's go to the second one and see a little bit of a different website. So buy wines. I love it's a great concept as a wine lover. And it's very clear why we're here. Just great from the get-go. It's clarity of concept is very high. The homepage also has great copy. Meet Your Makers is my favorite one, but maybe there's a little bit too much of it with so many calls to actions there. So for example, free wine. Well, of course I'm in for free wine, but when I click it, can you please click the free wine at the top?
Free case one, this one?
No, there's a, if you can kindly go back and then
Did I scroll down?
Yeah, I saw it a little bit different from what. Yeah, let's click on one of those. What to drink at your next party, for example. So we do get a lot of great images there with excellent questions, but when I click on them, and here you have great images, and let's click on what to drink at your next party. Here, I think what's missing is this is a great opportunity for you to promote excellent content, which is super relevant, and we get to a place where we have all the basics here, but I think you can definitely expand, and it could be which kind of party it is, and you can sort of segment the users based on their intent. For example, there are different, if it's a gala or if it's a beach party, or if it's there are numerous kinds of parties, and people might want to drink a little bit differently, and it's also an excellent opportunity for you to showcase your expertise in wine. So again, when we use content, we have to answer the question that we've given. So free stuff, for example. Well, of course, I want some free stuff, but then I see free stuff when you buy extra. So again, it's good to have teasers on your store that sort of prompt people to seek more information. But I do think you want to stay away from appearing as misleading if you're saying something is free and then you sort of force them to do something before they get that free. It might work in certain cases, but it might also create a sense of distrust. So as Shaked started before in her presentation, trust is a key issue. If somebody tells me, and in the tab here on Chrome, I see free wine on buy wines, then it has to be free. So just be wary that using the word free can create different connotations or different feelings for people, and we always want to make the best when we do say free, so we'll be able to deliver. A couple of other things. Wines are an excellent product if you also want to create recurring revenue from the website visitors that you already have. And this is a feature that is coming soon. We've been working hard on is subscription boxes, and especially for wine. I know that some esteemed financial newspaper are selling them by the hundreds of thousands. So a lot of people would pay serious dollars to have a new selection of wines brought to their doorstep every month or every week even. So that's coming really soon, and we really hope to see plenty of e-commerce websites start using the subscription model, which will give you recurring revenue, will help you manage inventory, and profit more in the end. Shaked, some insights on your end?
Yes, sure. So as you can see, well, I will start first of all that I love wine, and this is a very beautiful shop. And I love the content here. So everything is super sharp, and you can see the images, they're beautiful. But I would like to go back to this gallery. We have a lot of content here. You have a lot of galleries in each tab, and I think you need some kind of a site search mechanism. So now Wix Stores allow you to add your site search, and this will help your customers to go directly to the product they are looking for. So consider adding them. Another nice thing that can help them go through your site is adding filters to these galleries. Some would like to choose wine by the price or something else. So if you add the filter to the gallery, it will be much easier to digest. And lastly, you must have seen me going back and forth in the site, and because of the menu, this is a little bit confusing for me at least. First of all, when you come here, you don't have the menus straight away, and you need to find this one, and it's a bit hard to navigate. So try maybe taking this menu a little bit up, maybe over here. That way your customers can go straight to where they want to go. And lastly, I would add not only this page where we've seen the free stuff, I would create a sale page with all the bottles that you are selling on a sale price. Some customers are looking for a bargain, so help them find it. That's it for me.
All right, great input, Shaked. Let's jump straight to the third one. Cool. So another product that I really love are drones. This is qgdrones.net. Shaked, before we scroll down, can you leave me on the first fold for a second?
Yeah.
So some great things here. One, the call to like the messaging is very clear. Professional drone solutions. Shop now. A single call to action. Very clear. I immediately know who this website is for, what they're selling, and who the shoppers that you guys are targeting. However, when we look at the menu and the stuff that is happening above it, I think you could give it a bit of a touch-up in terms of design. I mean, the menu is clear, but the gray-white thing is a little bit outdated. So let's make sure this is more finesse. In addition, and when I click here, and this is something I almost always do when I look at online stores, is I click on all products. I just want to see, you know, I react well to perspective, so I love to see the products. And then I see this lithium battery typhoon, and the image isn't quite there. So other images here, I see them clearly, you know, with excellent resolution, but the lithium battery, not so much. So as Shaked mentioned previously when she spoke about trust, I will never ever buy something that I don't know exactly what it looks like, especially online where I feel like I can copy and paste that description and find it elsewhere. And so very important thing is to provide high quality images so people know exactly what they're buying. I like the badges there of the new arrival, which provides me with information of what's new in the store. However, be mindful that not everything should be new arrival. So as I scroll down, I do see that the store has inventory from before. That's good. That provides more trust. And again, I like the overall offering here, but I am missing a little bit on why should I buy from you? I mean, what makes you as a store owner, as a drone expert? Because drones are pretty accessible online. You can buy them from many vendors. So I think if we were to go to the About page, that's what I would look next, because I know you have the products, but now I want to see who you are and who you're selling. And that's a great image, by the way. But it tells me very little on who the merchant who's behind this store is. So again, if you want to build trust, you have to put your persona in the website, be it, if you're a single merchant or if you're a team, as this website suggests, then definitely show the team, mention what they like to do, what they're passionate about. Sell your products on another level here, on the emotional level, and help us connect with the store owners, especially on the About page. That's what I have on this store. Shaked, some insights from you?
Yeah, thank you, Asaf. So first of all, drones are awesome. And these days is the only way you can see your neighbors, I guess, in a good way, by the way. And I would like to drill into your product page. So as Asaf mentioned, the image quality is very important, but I would like to also ask you to add more images. This is a very expensive product and buyers would like to know as much as possible about it. They want to see it on scale, as I mentioned before. They want to see how big it is, maybe someone holding it. Add a video. This is super exciting. You're showing a drone with a video camera. So show what images it takes. And another thing to consider is adding the buy now button that I just presented. For expensive products, it's much more likely they will buy a single product, they will buy a single drone, and this will make them reach checkout a little bit faster and hopefully increase your sales. So consider adding the buy now button. That's it for me. Good luck.
Yeah, one more thing here, Shaked, as you mentioned, videos are not only for gadgets and tech products. It's obviously great to see them on different angles and see them in motion, but it will also help potential shoppers visualize how they would use it for. For example, if you saw the image from the drone itself running over a lake or approaching a beautiful mountain, it can really help people imagine themselves in the shoes, driving this drone and producing excellent videos for themselves. So when we met this store, I thought this is a beautiful storefront. I personally love everything about it. I love the design. I love the rocks. I love the fonts. Um, but one thing on the main folder, if you can scroll back up, Shaked, um, the Shop Now button is a little bit hidden. Um, so, we always want to make sure, and I definitely see the visual language here, but let's make sure that the visual language also includes clarity of concept. And obviously for online store, the clarity of concept is the Shop Now button. And so I can see it, but I really have to make an effort. And let's make it easier for potential shoppers to get from this store, from this homepage, get the vibe, get the atmosphere. Let's shop. Let's go to the shop now. So a couple of cool things. One, the variety is nice, and definitely I can see how they differ from one another. I'm not sure though on scale. So in this regard, I clicked on each one of them. So we do have a couple of images here, but the second image shows me, Shaked, if you can please click on the other image. Yeah, so I can see the stone, and I'm guessing the beautiful package that it comes in, but I still don't know exactly what size. Is this like is this like a pebble, or is this like a huge rock that I will carry on my back? I'm not exactly sure. And the thing is, if you went to the gallery, so here we see all the stones, and I can already envision this in my living room. I think this is super cool, and I already love it and want it. And those are excellent images that not only show me the scale of the rocks, but they also show me how to use it in my house, in my home decor. And I think those images are missing a little bit on the product page, as you can provide potential shoppers with the experience that they will have when they actually buy it. And a couple of images before, we saw the rock in like these ones that show human hands, so we can better understand the scale of the rock. And so that's another important aspect. The about page, Shaked, if you will, I was just about to say that this is a pretty good about page because I see the person, I see her passion for it, and I really like it. There's a story here, which is always important because people love stories. And one last thing that I had about the blog page. So blogs are an excellent way to tell another story about it, but there's only one blog post here about a travel to Japan. I'm not exactly sure how that relates, but I would like to see a little bit more of them so I know that these stones have more than just a single story behind them. And so the one thing that I think is an important takeaway, if you do go into content, don't stop after one blog post. People want to see that this is a live website with content from recent days or recent week, and make sure to provide that experience. It does cost time because writing well is not something that happens in a minute, but it's worthwhile in terms of generating the trust, telling the story behind what you do, and adding more depth to your offering. And so that's my take on this store. Shaked, up to you now.
Okay, so I would like to go back to the homepage and show you what a magnificent site it is. I think we can all learn from how to create a beautiful site just from looking at it. Also, as you mentioned, the About page is perfect. I really don't have anything to change here. You can see her creating these beautiful rocks, and you can read this story and understand how it's being made and who makes them. And you get to know Betsy, like you have the name of the person you're going to connect with. One of the things, I don't have a lot to change in this store because it's so great. But I would add, I've seen your Instagram feed and you can join me at looking at them. This is a beautiful Instagram feed. So consider adding an Instagram feed to your main page. We have an Instagram feed app in the app market where you can just add it to this homepage. And then users can see what's going on in your business and what are the latest images you just uploaded, and follow you on Instagram, which will hopefully help your business grow. And another good thing that I would like to recommend is adding Wishlist. We just mentioned Wishlist, so I'm not sure you were familiar with, but users would like to add all their favorite products to a wish list and buy them later. So consider adding them all in one place. And I would also maybe consider buy now, but I'm not sure it's correct for all your store, but for the ones with the higher prices, I would consider having it for them. And that's it.
All right, great input. Let's go to the last store. Let's jump into affordable smart technology. So I think that's first off, it's a great name. We all love smart technology and we all love affordable. So that's great. I also appreciate the large call to action, but there's a ton of text here before I see where the tech is. So I think one fold without visuals is more than enough. And once we have two folds before I get to see and sort of feel the goods, that's a lot. Also, let's go a little bit about to the About Me page. There's some information here and a contact form, but I don't like the generic photos here. I would much more appreciate to see the people behind this, because again, we want to feel there's a real human. We want to feel that we know him or her at least a little bit, and we can see their face. It provides trust, and generic images of a finger pressing on weird stuff might be cool in some, in some opinions. I don't think that they help a lot on your conversion. So, Jacquette, if you can please scroll up a little bit. You have two of them also, so at least change one of them, something about the store if you have a physical location, who are the people behind it. Give us a little bit more information. One more thing that I really like here is I like the menu. The menu here makes a lot of sense. We've discussed a little bit about in-store design, how the visual hierarchy and navigation are important. So definitely when I see smart home, smart business, shop, contact, blog, I know that the people, or at least I feel that I know that the people who are trying to sell stuff to me here have thought about their shopper and where they would want to use it. Obviously, it's a different kind of appliances when you buy to smart homes as opposed to smart businesses. Let's click on one of them. There's a question here, which is good. It's triggering interest, and I see like an advanced sort of office space there. But when we scroll down, there's not a lot here that I can do. So I do get some information, but definitely if you have taken the time and provided this page and a good looking image, let's add a clear call to action. What do we expect shoppers to do on this page? You can move into your shop. If you want to provide more information, could be to your blog. If you want them to come visit you or set up an appointment, then use booking schedules. Something has to happen because otherwise it's a dead end, and we never want to provide shoppers with the experience of a dead end. And lastly, if you can go to the shop itself. So I like, again, the labels here are nice. Hot product, new in stock is also nice. Back in stock is also something that I like to see. I know that people have already bought it until it went out of stock, and now we bought it again. So it's also another way of telling me that other people are looking at it. But I do think that there's a lot of products here, and it would be nice to filter them in a way that would provide me where they belong. And so a little bit a sense of disorientation when I look at it like this. And I think helping shoppers in their orientation can help you increase conversion rates and sell more.
I would like to go into the product page because we don't have a lot of time. And I would like to show you this product description. So the buyer needs to scroll down a lot in order to see the add to cart button. And a lot of information is very important, but it needs to be added in the right place, or at least have it limited to a number of rows. So in the settings, you can limit the description and to have a show more button. So you can display only this section, and when someone wants to dig into the product description, they can click on the show more and see everything. But you do want to have your add to cart button as high as possible inside your product page. And another thing, as you can see here, I have a huge margin, which I would like to first of all maybe ask you, maybe suggest that you'll add a related products gallery, which is one of our slider galleries that you just drag and they add all the related products to your page. And of course, take this white space of your product page. Lastly, the footer. As you can see here, the footer is doesn't have too much information, and I love that it says probably created with Wix, but you would like to have only this section showed on your site, and add all the links that I suggested before, like the contact us and the FAQ and everything. They should be displayed at the footer so customers can go back and forth quickly and not needing to go to the header every time. That's it.
Thank you so much, Shaked and Asaf. I think it was great, and mostly the websites are beautiful. Really, like we're very inspired by your creations. So these are great choices. I have a few questions that we saw coming repeatedly, so I'd like to address those. For example, some have been asking about how to add site search to your website.
Yeah, you have it in your ad panel. You can see the site search. Also, we can send you a link to the article telling you how to edit after the webinar ends. And
if you don't mind to explain a few words about our mobile app and what are the management capabilities of it?
So you can actually run your whole business through your mobile app. I've been working closely with a few businesses during this coronavirus. And they've been doing everything through there. They see what orders they receive. They have like this cool sound when they get one. They go in, they can add a tracking number if it's not an immediate delivery. And they can see what's selling best with what they have there. So I would highly recommend adding it. We'll also have a storefront inside the app where you can invite members to view their page, your page inside the app, and keep close relations with them. So check it out.
Great. And another question regarding the mobile site. So, for example, about Wishlist and all these new features, are they also showing on the mobile site?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, everything is shown on mobile, and they're very mobile oriented, especially if you can think of buy now. This is one of the best products to have on mobile. Also, if you remember, I suggested adding to cart and staying on page for mobile, which can allow customers to go through a lot of products, adding them one by one without going back and forth. So this is great mobile experience.
Right.
Yeah, and on this, Ariel, let me just expand here just for 1 second. Wix is well ahead of the curve in terms of how many people shop from their mobile than from their desktop. And I know that when we are building the storefront, we typically spend a lot of time on the website part of the storefront, but it's also super important not to forget the mobile experience. Most of your visitors are going to come from mobile, and there's nothing easier to do on Wix than to improve your mobile experience. And once you're done setting up your storefront, be sure to jump straight to your mobile editor and make sure it looks, as slick as your online store on website.
For sure. And lastly, I know you have covered this already, Shaked, but people are having trouble finding the wish list, for example. So can you please explain again where you can find it?
Of course, you can go to your product page in the editor, inside the editor, and click on the background of the product page itself, and then you have the settings displayed over there. Once you click settings, a panel will be opened. Inside the panel, you have a wish list tab. It's a new tab. And once you click on it, you can click on add wishlist to your site, and both wishlist button and the page will be added.
Right. We have a lot of resources available for you. So it's the knowledge-based articles, it's Wix support, and we have an e-commerce blog. There's some articles that may help you. We have a lot of how-to videos on our YouTube channel. So feel free to, browse and hopefully this will help you. Asaf and Shaked, I want to thank you a lot. And of course, thanks everyone from the Wix team who've been answering your many questions, which is really, really great, and we appreciate them all. And of course, thank you guys for attending this webinar. And it's a pleasure. Your creations are amazing and inspire us. We keep forwarding each other your websites when we see something beautiful. So please continue to make these beautiful creations and succeed with your business. And of course, stay healthy, which is the most important thing. So Asaf and Shaked, would you like to add something before we end this webinar?
One last thing, I think we can give our more advanced users a suggestion to go to the forum, the Corbett forum, and check all they want to achieve using code. So I think it's a good one.
You're right. Great addition.
It's been a pleasure, Ariel, and also thanks for hosting us and running this so nicely. And that's about it for me.
Have a good day. Bye, everybody. Thank you.